Who can get Lyme disease? The answer to that question is, well, anyone. Many people that we all know have contracted the disease from the bite of that pesky little creature known as a tick. Some well-known names to have been affected by it are Justin Bieber, Shania Twain, Avril Lavigne, George W. Bush, and so on and so on. Some have been fortunate to have detected and treated it early, minimizing the long-term effects of the disease. Others are less fortunate. Of course, one of the less fortunate being the formidable talent Ren. How do you get Lyme disease? Lyme disease starts all the way back before a tick. Ticks, mainly the black-legged tick or deer tick in the U.S., or castor bean tick and sheep or deer tick in Europe, contract the disease from feeding on small mammals that are infected with the Borrelia bacteria. Just because you have been bitten by a tick does not necessarily mean you contract the disease, as not all ticks are carriers of the bacteria. Ticks can be found in many areas of the world, but are most commonly encountered in the upper Midwestern, Northeastern, and Mid-Atlantic states of the U.S. They are also common in parts of Europe, South Central, and Southeastern Canada. Their typical environment consists of grassy, brushy, or wooded areas. Ticks attach to a human skin and feed until it is swollen to many times its typical size. Deer ticks can continue this process for several days. During feeding, the tick can pass on the Lyme disease-causing bacteria to the host's bloodstream. If the tick is found and removed within 24 hours, it is less likely the bacteria will spread to the host. The bacteria can be carried by both young and mature ticks. Due to the extremely small size of a young tick, it is sometimes very difficult, if not impossible, to spot them on the host. It is common for an individual to contract Lyme disease without even knowing they were bitten. If you do have a noticeable tick bite, it will appear as a tiny, itchy bump on your skin similar to a mosquito bite. The only way to know for sure if it is, in fact, a tick bite, and whether or not you have been infected with the Borrelia bacteria, is to consult with a physician if you believe you were in an environment that put you at risk. There are typically 3 stages of Lyme disease. The first stage can see symptoms of Lyme disease begin to show as early as 3 to 30 days after the initial bite and is often referred to as early localized disease. The symptoms can start with a rash around the bite, although this does not always appear. It also includes fever, headache, extreme tiredness, swollen lymph nodes, and stiff, painful, or aching joints and muscles. If not treated, an individual can experience many more symptoms after about 3 to 10 weeks in stage 2. A rash on other parts of the body can be experienced, along with neck pain or stiffness, muscle pain on one or both sides of the face, pain in the back or hips that spread to the legs, and numbness or weakness in the hands and feet. Painful swelling of the eye or eyelid, immune system activity in eye nerves that cause pain or vision loss, and immune system activity in the heart that causes irregular heartbeats all can be experienced as well. Stage 3 can occur anywhere from 2 months to a year after the initial bite. This stage is commonly referred to as the late dissemination disease. The most common additional symptoms in this stage in the U.S. are arthritis in large joints of the body, along with pain, swelling, and stiffness. In Europe, it is common to see discoloration of the skin on the backs of the hands and feet, along with swelling. This can also appear on the elbows and knees. In more serious cases, damage can be caused to tissues and joints. These particular symptoms could take many years to show up. If left untreated for many years, Lyme disease can leave one open to other issues with their health. It can cause cognitive issues in the frontal lobe of the brain, including memory loss, difficulty concentrating, known as brain fog, and mood changes. This can also affect a person's ability in decision-making. A person can also be left open to co-infections relating to the immune system. Ren was not diagnosed with Lyme disease for many years after contracting it and experienced the most severe of symptoms there are. He has many symptoms that he will more than likely experience for the rest of his life. In addition, he has developed co-infections that he is still dealing with to this day. My heart goes out to him and anyone who has experienced a debilitating disease, whether briefly or for the long term. I know, for one, I admire your strength and perseverance. A few side notes to wrap this up. I have covered the more clinical aspect of Lyme disease in this video. If you wish to hear about Ren's personal experience and journey with the disease, he has a wonderful series about it. The link will be included in the description. I have created this video as a precursor to another video I am working on about Ren's recent relapse and the theorized causes behind it. Just thought it would be helpful to have a clear understanding of what Lyme's disease actually is and how it has affected him. Hope you will join me for the next video as well.